I shouldn't have trusted this girl. I shouldn't have. I don't know why I did what I did. She convinced me that I could trust her, and it was a mistake. And that's something I will never make ever again. But that's besides the point. This girl lied about her age and convinced me to send her pictures of myself. Like, she sent pictures to me too, but it was a group effort. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just like, there was no harassment. It was all consent. And I know that she's younger, and but you're a teenager, dude. Like,
got him. We fucking got him.
Now, this content creator that we are talking about today will be the first ever Fortnite YouTuber that I've talked about on this channel, and for good reasoning. Kiwiz has been able to evade getting cancelled in the past and getting terminated off of YouTube completely. In 2016, Kiwiz would get exposed for sending inappropriate pictures to a 12-year-old girl. This would result in an interview with Keemstar where Kiwiz would admit that he knew that he was sending nudes to an underage girl. But instead of Kiwiz getting terminated off of YouTube or even losing a massive following, he would instead gain even more subscribers than ever before. Kiwiz wouldn't take accountability for his actions and would be called out again by Keemstar in a video titled Kiwiz, the One Who Got Away, #DramaAlert documentary that was uploaded in September of 2021. But more on that later on in the video. Today we take a look at Kiwiz' rise and fall from YouTube that took about 5 years just to happen. But before we continue, this video needed a sponsor, and I'm so happy that Scentbird reached out to work with me. It's the holiday season, so why not give your friends or a family member a Scentbird subscription? Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that gives you the opportunity to shop from over 600 brands. The subscription is flexible, which gives you the ability to skip any month without receiving any penalties. This month, I received Maritime Deep Blue by Tommy Bahama, Get a Room by Confessions of a Rebel, and Amor Leopard by Sanctuary. My favorite out of the three has to be Get a Room by Confessions of a Rebel. It's not overbearingly strong, and it's a classic smell for a classic night out around the city. The sample sizes are also way bigger than a regular sample size that you would receive from a store. These sample sizes from Scentbird are made to last 30 days. This holiday season, let your family or friends pick out what they really want. Scentbird lets your recipient choose a new designer fragrance to try every month. Every month, they get to pick out what they want to receive, so there are no surprises. They have perfumes, colognes, and a lot of unisex options to choose from. They'll get a 30-day supply so they can try out fragrances before they commit to a full bottle. Simply choose between a 3, 6, or 12-month gift subscription, and they'll send it directly to your recipient's email. Instead of paying full price for a bottle that they may not like, Scentbird allows your friends and family to choose whatever they want for a fraction of the price. And the products keep coming month after month. But if a gift set is more their speed, that's not an issue. Check out Scentbird's perfume and cologne gift sets, filled with fan favorite scents from Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, and so many more designers that you know and love. Why not treat yourself too? With Scentbird, you can get a decent amount of high-end fragrances for just $16, and then decide if you'd like to get a full bottle. Use code BILLS at checkout, and it will be only $11 for your first month. Thank you so much to Scentbird for being the sponsor of today's upload, but now let's get back into the video. Kiwiz would create his channel all the way back in January of 2013, going by the name of Kiwiz. Kiwiz would start his channel out as a Call of Duty trick shot channel where he would upload short clips of the incredible shots that he was able to hit throughout the game. Just 8 months after starting his channel and in just 22 videos, Kiwiz grew to over 10,000 subscribers. And just a couple weeks later, Kiwiz would leave Era Eternity to join Soar Gaming after being recruited by his friend Soar Tensor. But even with this exposure from Soar Gaming, it still took quite some time before Kiwiz would gain traction on YouTube. Kiwiz' first big video to gain over 100,000 views would be a video where he talked about Tensor getting kicked from Soar. It was a different style of video where he would voice over his gameplay with commentary, and he was giving his honest opinion about the situation at hand. Eventually, Soar Kiwiz would become the leader of Soar Gaming for a couple of months until he would step down as the leader in December of 2014. Kiwiz claimed it was because he wanted to be just a player for the team and not have to lead the team because it was too much work, and he wanted to focus on his own content moving forward, but he insisted that he wasn't leaving the group. But just a couple weeks later, he would leave Soar Gaming to join Red Reserve in January of 2015. But this switch would be beneficial for Kiwiz moving forward. Kiwiz was able to create more enjoyable content without having to worry about other things outside of his channel. This newfound focus would fuel Kiwiz to hit over 100,000 subscribers by June of that very same same year. But with this newfound attention came trouble within Kiwi's life. In a now deleted video from Drama Alert that was uploaded in March of 2016, Keemstar would interview the mother of the underage girl that Kiwiz was talking to. Keemstar would also interview the girl whose name is Jerica and Kiwiz all at the same time. See, Kiwiz was allegedly sending inappropriate pictures to this underage girl who was 12 years old when they first started communicating. Jerica would tell Kiwiz that she was 14 years old, lying about her age, and Kiwiz at the time was 17 years old, which still does not make this situation any better. Here's parts of Drama Alert's video. Keep in mind that this interview was deleted off the internet, so I'm using Drama Alert's video that was uploaded with its own recap in September.
We met when I was 17. She claimed she was 14, but I guess she lied, apparently. She must have been 13 at the time. Can you clarify? A year and a half ago, was she 13?
Well, a year and a half ago, she probably would have been 12 and a half.
It's just, I was 17 at the time, and I understand she was 14 or 13, however old she was.
Wait, there's, if you were 17, wouldn't that make her 12?
No. She said she was having personal issues, and we just talked for a while. And, you know, one thing led to another. She started complimenting me. I complimented her. You know, it was being a teenager. And
also with the pictures, you had to have known she was younger. I'm sorry. No. I mean, when this started a year and a half ago.
I truly believe she was 15. Like, she looks 15 to me.
But I mean, if she's sending you graphic pictures when she's 12, I mean, you should be able to figure out.
There's no way.
Yeah. That she's not.
She wasn't 12. She was 13. Yeah, and a month ago on Snapchat, yes.
Okay, so a month ago you sent her a picture.
Yes.
But the problem with that is you're 19 and she's 14 at the time.
But the thing, like, I was in a really, like, depressed state. Like,
this interview should have been the nail in the coffin for Kiwiz back in 2016. He was caught red-handed, talking and exchanging nude pictures to a minor even at the age of 19 years old, that he stated a bunch of times throughout that interview. The thing was that even if Jerica didn't lie about her age and she was actually 14, that would still only make her 16 years old while Kiwiz was 19 years old, which still is against the law. But after the interview came out, and even with Kiwiz confessing everything, he didn't get terminated off of YouTube or received any backlash. It just seemed like Kiwi's community didn't care. It didn't help that Kiwiz would upload his response titled "My Story" a day after the interview. Kiwiz painted this picture of him being too trusting to a girl and her going behind his back to expose him. But this wasn't Jerica's fault that Kiwiz was in this mess. Regardless of whatever happened, Kiwiz was still almost 6 years older than she was, and at the point should have known that it was wrong to talk this way to a minor that was extremely young. Kiwiz could have easily blocked her from messaging him or could have just ignored her, but he didn't. Kiwiz admitted that he was more nervous about losing his YouTube career than anything else. Just like EDP445, he wasn't worried about hurting Jerica, he was more worried about his own image and him losing his channel that he worked so hard for. Just listen to some of Kiwi's response video.
I shouldn't have trusted this girl. I shouldn't have. I don't know why I did what I did. She convinced me that I could trust her, and it was a mistake. And that's something I will never make ever again. But that's besides the point. This girl lied about her age and convinced me to send her pictures of myself. Like, she sent pictures to me too, but it was a group effort. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just like, there was no harassment. It was all consent. And I know that she's younger, and but you're a teenager, dude. Like, the Drama Alert video was not good for me. It looks horrible for me. There was 4 people in that call that were against me. Keemstar was on the fence. You had Nuna, General, the daughter, and the mom. Obviously, I'm literally pinned in a corner, and I was super nervous. I was literally having like an anxiety attack before going into that call. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen. Is my YouTube career ruined? Like, what's going to happen? You know, I was scared.
Now, for some reason, this response video was received really well within his community, getting over 22,000 likes and only 2,000 dislikes, and after this video, Kiwiz would take a couple days off from the internet, but would start to upload once again like nothing happened. Just 2 months after this big controversy, Kiwiz would hit 200,000 subscribers on his channel, and it seemed like he made it out of this controversy alive and with an ever-growing channel. Now in 2017 into early 2018, Call of Duty would die out, and the new must-play game was Fortnite Battle Royale, and Kiwiz would hop on the wave like other content creators at the time. This new game plus the new fan base would skyrocket Kiwi's channel to over 1 million subscribers in just a year. In 2018, Kiwiz would leave Red Reserve due to a disagreement with their management, but it wouldn't take long for Kiwiz to find another team to join. Kiwiz would join Obey in 2018 and would practically forget all about Call of Duty and would replace it with Fortnite. In 2019, Kiwiz would leave Obey and sign with Luminosity Gaming. Kiwiz would also hit 2 million subscribers that year. Now we get to the year 2020. 4 years after the first interview involving Kiwiz and Keemstar, Kiwiz would end up leaving Luminosity Gaming after his contract expired and would later go on to create his own gaming organization called 1%. In December of 2020, Kiwiz would end up getting verified on Twitter and he would end up tweeting about it. And this small action would reignite the controversy that Kiwiz was trying to bury for many years. See, after Kiwiz would tweet out that he got verified, many people in the commentary community would call out Kiwiz for not being held accountable for his actions back in 2016. But this time around, it wouldn't be that easy for Kiwiz to bury his past, and it wouldn't be long until Kiwiz would step away from the organization that he helped build. But the thing is, even though Kiwiz left 1%, that doesn't mean that he wasn't making money off of his company. It's kind of like being a silent investor. He would get paid, but he wouldn't make an appearance on the channel anymore. Now, I have no clue if Kiwiz gets paid from 1% still, so I cannot assume that, but there is a good possibility that he's still earning some type of income from that business. Kiwiz would end up taking about 2 weeks off again and would come back as if nothing happened. And his views again didn't take a huge hit. Kiwiz saw the strategy. Whenever he would get called out, he would say he had a deterring mental health and then he would take a couple weeks off. When he comes back, he knew that people would forget about the situation. He has done it many times already in the past, but it wouldn't be until September of this year where we would finally see Kiwiz be held accountable for his actions. Drama Alert would drop this documentary on Kiwiz that would gain over 400,000 views, which happened to be less views than his first interview with Kiwiz, but people cared more now than what they did in 2016. Kiwiz would once again leave YouTube for about a month and would come back as if nothing happened, but this time he would be met with a fraction of the views that he was getting before his hiatus. Kiwiz in the past 2 months only has had one video gain over 100,000 views. He has also lost around 60,000 subscribers within the past couple of months. He also hasn't grown in subscribers either. It finally seems like Kiwiz is experiencing the consequences of his actions, even if it was almost 5 years ago when the allegations first broke out. Now, some of you guys might say that it's wrong to hold someone accountable for something they did 4 or 5 years ago. Actually, I know some of the viewers will say that because the majority of the comments that I received from the Only JS video were saying the same thing. The thing is, Kiwiz never was held accountable even though he knew what he did was wrong. He played the victim throughout this time and tried to move on from the situation, and every time the situation was brought back up, Kiwiz would take a break from the internet instead of holding himself accountable. He would also try and put all the blame on Jerica throughout this time, making it seem like he was tricked into sending nude pictures when that just wasn't the case. The community has grown, and with many allegations since 2016 within the Call of Duty community, it would only be a matter of time before Kiwiz would be put back on trial for his actions towards a minor. But this has been the rise and fall of Kiwiz. I do hope this will help Kiwiz grow in the future, and I'm also hoping that Kiwiz will start to take accountability for whatever he does in the future and not just try to put the blame on somebody else. Again, thank you Scentbird for sponsoring the video. Before the video ends, this will be uploaded a day before Thanksgiving. I just wanted to say that I am extremely grateful to the community that has been built around my content. This time last year, I was just dipping my toes in the water of YouTube, and I never knew how far I could actually go with YouTube. But now, just 1 year later, I've been able to focus on YouTube full time, and that's all thanks to you guys. I can't wait to see where the channel is this time next year, but I'll make sure to always stay humble, not just for the internet, but throughout my everyday life as well. Because without you all, there will be no me. So this year, I'm thankful for you, the viewer. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.